I remembered to turn on my ring light this time. Y'all, it's that time of flippin'. Okay, I'll get this eventually. Y'all, it is that time of the year. So this time last year, I made a video talking about how I finished school at home, and I was ranting about it. So I'm doing another one of those. I almost said my senior year. I did my entire junior year at home, and now I'm ranting about it. Aren't these glasses supposed to help me with my flippin' astigmatism? It's not. Everything looks flippin' fuzzy. Like the water park sign. Oh my, I need to clean these. I'll be right back. So I wrote down all my classes just so I didn't forget them. So since this was the whole year, I have 2 half-year courses. Last year I just had, you know, half the year, give or take, I don't know. But this year I had the whole year at home. Oh my god, why can I not film a YouTube video? What happened? Okay, so forensics. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember that much about forensics. Like, most of this year I didn't even really learn anything in any of my classes, but I literally like don't remember like anything about forensics. But it was a fun class. We did fun projects and the teacher was really nice. I'm giving forensics a 9 out of 10. And then my other half-year course was photography 2. I have this camera. I almost pulled it out of my bag. It's right here. I have this camera and, you know, I have Photoshop on my computer, so I was really able to do all of the assignments, you know, to my best ability. And yeah, I love photography, and it was pretty fun to, you know, do everything at home. Most of the time she just let us off the Google Meet, like when she talked about whatever we were doing for that day. So yeah, I'm giving photography 2 a 10 out of 10. I don't know why I'm holding the whole notepad. So now we can go in order of my classes. I don't remember. I think I had forensics first block and photo 2 was like third block? I don't know. So I don't remember where those were in my schedule, but now we're going by my schedule. So first block I would have anatomy. Anatomy was like super easy because it was super easy to do the work without learning anything. What was the final? I forgot what my anatomy final was. Oh, I'm so stupid. My anatomy final was a project. It was a project on a part of the brain, and that was my final. Yeah, anatomy was super easy. I liked the teacher. And yeah, so I'd give anatomy a 9 out of 10. The only reason I didn't give it a 10 out of 10 is because I didn't like the content we were learning about, really. Like, I thought it'd be more interesting. And then my next class was enjoyment of music. I really wish I could take this class again. I loved this class so much. Really, like, all we did, well, we did learn, you know, we learned about like different eras of music and how to make music and stuff like that. But I liked that a lot of the times we had the ability to share music that we liked. Sometimes I would share covers with the class. And, you know, it was just, we had lots of spaces to, you know, talk about the music that we liked. So some people took advantage of this. Sometimes when we would like have a project where we'd share music, someone would do 10 hours of cars honking. And we had to do a music journal every day, so we would listen to a song and we would analyze it. And I remember one time we did Chug Jug, that flippin' Fortnite American Boy parody, and we also listened to the Gummy Bear song one day. And, you know, you've seen a couple of my music projects on my channel. They're uploaded right now. Go watch. No, finish this video, then go watch them. Yeah, I love music class so much. I love my music teacher. I'm hopefully doing a vocal crash course boot camp for, I forget what it's called, vocal boot camp I think, with him in the summer. I applied for it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. I don't know, but I hopefully am. Music, 10 out of 10. So the next class on my schedule was US History. I'm just not a history person. It doesn't retain in my brain as well as the other classes. It was kind of repetitive. We kind of did the same things like all the time. That was the class where we got added into breakout rooms the most, and I don't like breakout rooms. The final was kind of easy because a lot of it was just the review sheet. Literally the questions were in the same order as the review sheet, but I don't like history, so I gave history a 7 out of 10. My next class was English. My English teacher was kind of eh. at times. You know, she was like nice sometimes, but then other times she got a little bit strict, which, not a fan of strict teachers. What can I say? I did pretty good in English though. By the end of the year she started calling me Harvard, as in Tiffany's going to Harvard, so I guess I did pretty good in the class. The final was just 2 written portions because I didn't take the Regents this year because I stayed at home all year, so it was just 2 written portions. There was no multiple choice, which stressed me the fuck out. It was so stressful. By the time I was done with it, I'm like, that wasn't as hard as I worked it up to be. But I don't know. I wrote down English as a 5 out of 10, but I really don't want to give English a lower score than history, so I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, just because it was, I don't know. The content again was kind of repetitive, but it was like easier to understand than history. I think my biggest problem with English is that there's not a direct correct answer. You know what I mean? Like when you do text analysis or an argument essay, which were my 2 final assessments, you have to pick, so like you have to, I don't want to say you have to make up an answer, but you have to like defend whatever answer you have. You can't just be like, this is the answer, am I correct or not? You know, you have to back yourself up, and that's my biggest problem with English, because I do not have the self-confidence in order to be like, is this a good answer? I don't know, am I correct or not? Though that was A and C days, I think. And then B and D days I had, B days I'd have 2 study halls, and then on D days one of them was just gym. Gym was super easy. It was the same as last year. We'd go on Platform, and which was the website that we used. And basically I would just set a 20-minute timer and be like, okay, once that 20-minute timer's done, just mark that I worked out. And it worked. And then the final was just, you kind of saw me working on it in my vlog from last week. It was just a video, a 20-minute video, and there were like 5 questions as the video went on, and they were all multiple choice. So I'd give gym a 10 out of 10 just because it was easy this year. The next class that I had was graphic design. Graphic design. Like I said again, like I have Illustrator on my computer, so I was able to do the things that we were, you know, kind of supposed to do without any like having to work past that. So that was like an advantage on my end. The projects were fun. I already knew the teacher, and you know, my elective teachers just like have my heart. I love them all so much. my music teacher, my media production teacher from freshman year, graphic design teacher, my photography teacher. I love them all. They're all amazing. Yeah, there's nothing to complain about with graphic design. That was probably easily, I was gonna say easily my favorite class this year, but then I remembered, I think music was my favorite class this year. But I definitely, you know, it's up there. Graphic design, 10 out of 10. And then my last class was math. You know, when you take classes like algebra or geometry, at the beginning of the year it's like kind of easy and you're like, yeah, I understand this. And then like one class happens where it's like boom in your face, and it's like everything's terrible. You don't understand it. You don't understand anything. It's like, I'm gay. I can't do math. I thought that was going to happen with my math class this year. And it was literally so easy. The easiest math class you could ever take. If you like kind of sort of barely understood algebra 1, you'll get 100 in career track math. It's literally just everything that you've learned in math in the past just applied to real world situations. So we didn't really learn anything new. It was so easy. My math teacher, super nice. The final, we had a review sheet, and well, I think we had a couple like review packets, and we were allowed to use those on the final, and some of the questions were like exactly the same as on the review sheet. The final was so easy. The class was so easy. So easy. And that's why I give math a 10 out of 10. Something different about this school year from the end of last school year is that every day you had to get up and get on your Google Meets. You know, you had all your Google Meets every day. Unlike last year, I think I only did math Google Meets and then like a couple Google Meets for my other classes. So that was very different because I couldn't just wake up at 9 o'clock, get on my computer, do my... It was different this year because I couldn't just get up at 9 o'clock, do my few assignments I had for the day, go on my math Google Meet, and then I was done. No, it was literally the exact same thing as regular school, except I was in my chair. I went to class every day. I sat through the entire class unless my teacher was like, okay, you guys can get off the meat and do whatever. So it was a little bit more of a struggle for me this year because I wasn't used to it. Luckily, by like the middle of the year, my teachers like gave up on the you have to keep your cameras on thing, and by the end of the year nobody had their cameras on. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I really...
Hi, I'm editing this right now and I can't believe I forgot to mention, like, literally if I had like study hall or if I had a break, I could just get up and walk to my kitchen and grab a snack or a soda, and that's a luxury that I'm gonna miss. And another thing is, like, if I'm on a Google Meet and I'm muted and I'm not paying attention, I'm scrolling through my Twitter and I see a funny tweet, I can laugh at that. Where if I'm in class and I'm sneaking on Twitter on my Chromebook, I can't laugh at tweets. I'm in class. I'm supposed to be paying attention.
The workload was it was different. Obviously I feel like there'd be a heavier workload if everyone was in school. It was a little bit lighter on the people that were at home, just, you know, because of the whole situation. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Technically, I'm a senior in high school now. That's very scary. And yeah, that was my school year in a nutshell, I guess. If you liked this video, like it, and comment and subscribe and share with your friends and all that fun, crazy, wacky, amazing, fun stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and I never know how to end these things.